Hello everyone and thank you for tuning in. Ed here with another gaming video. For this one, I'm going to be reviewing Gundam Breaker 4 with my fellow co-pilots, Matt, aka MC Bob, and Omar, aka Wolfie. Say hello, fellas.
Oh, that's us?
Yeah, that's you.
Hey, how's it going? You guys want to play?
It's only 3 players, so they can wait in the lobby.
Doesn't matter, they can still share their builds with us.
That's true, yeah. Matt.
What?
Say hi.
I did.
Alright. And as aforementioned, we're going to be talking about Gundam Breaker 4. Probably just go into a quick review, or do you guys want to go in depth?
No, just a quick one.
Just a quick one, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to end up going in depth.
Like we always do.
Yeah.
But before we begin, a quick word from my channel's affiliate, W Energy. W is a good alternative for energy supplement that has no harsh chemicals, zero sugar, but still delivers the same results as something like G Fuel. Right now they are having a sale for sample starter packs. You can get a shaker cup with 3 samples. They're going for $16.49, but if you use code EDPROS, you can get them for as low as $13.99, not including shipping and handling. So that being said, real quick, just to get out of the way, what do you guys think of the game so far?
Can we go home and play it now?
Right. So as of recording this video, the game has been out for almost a month. It came out on August 29th. We're recording on the 17th. So yeah, it's been about a half a month out. And me and Omar started playing it on day 1. Matt got into a little late, mostly because there was an issue with the code we used for Sony's purchase. It's a whole thing, rather than I get into it. The game is currently available on the PS5, Nintendo Switch, PS4 digitally. Why? I don't know.
And PC.
And PC, also digitally. No love for Xbox.
What's an Xbox?
is that archaic refrigerator that Microsoft tried to make. But regardless, the game...
We have Xbox at home.
Yeah, the game consists of basically just running and gunning through different levels where you destroy different Gunplas and you take their parts and build your own and basically rinse and repeat. Yeah.
More or less, I think the best way to describe it is basically it's Armored Core but with a Gundam skin and using model kits rather than actual mobile suits.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the game goes in pretty depth on not only customization, but also the kind of play style tailored to you. So if you're a quick striker like Omar over here, there's definitely a build you can make. If you're a gunner like Matt over here, or heavy hitter like Matt over here, there's definitely a build you can make for that. And if you're just somebody who likes to lay waste from afar like myself, there'll definitely be a build for that. Or you could just experiment with different builds. That's the beauty of that game. Like, the possibilities are literally infinite.
Basically, yeah. And there's no one part that's
OP
or anything that you...
Although some people might make an argument that that damn two-handed mace from IBO is a little broken.
That's going to end up getting
It's
nerfed.
going to get into nerf. But in the meantime, yeah, if you want something that melts your enemies, that's a definitely good part. But yeah, like Omar was saying, there is no part that you can just like abuse. Like, anything that you feel works for you, you can use. And all you need to do is farm a little bit and level them up.
And attach whatever skills that you want.
Exactly, yeah. Like what's your first, what was your first thoughts when you guys first got to try? Because we got to try the network test. I don't know if you were able to get on that, Matt.
Yeah, we played for a little bit until my internet took a shit. when we were doing the beta.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the beta, and then like actually having my hands on the game. Like, it's really fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. And like, one of the first things I noticed, like going into the story mode. Yes, there's a story mode, folks.
Quote unquote.
I was like, wait, am I playing Build Divers the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the same exact, like almost identical story to the show.
Yeah.
But moving on from that, like, it's Gunpla but virtual. So
hell yeah.
If you don't have the means at the moment to build Gunpla, get this game and you can still build Gunpla.
Oh yeah, and we've already seen a ton of stuff on Reddit or in social media. People just going ham on their builds. We had a Sharpedo, somebody literally recently built one that can transform into Optimus Prime. I don't know if you saw that one, Omar.
Nice. I've seen Optimus Prime builds, but not one that can transform.
It turns into it's not an actual truck, but it's like a little, Kia Soul looking thing. But it does transform into a full-fledged Optimus Prime looking robot.
I seen someone make a fucking flashlight.
Dude, I saw somebody build the emoji, the sad emoji, and the poop emoji too.
I was also someone flying around in a fucking R-wing.
Oh yes, I saw that one too. That one was cool.
From Star Fox.
Yeah. Honestly, like we keep saying, that game, the possibilities are literally, and we cannot emphasize any more that the possibilities are infinite. Like, and that's the beauty. And like Omar always says, Gunpla is freedom, and you have the freedom.
That's a tagline in the Build series.
Well, you say it a lot though.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, but there's no, like, this game solidifies that saying. Like, not only does it solidify, it really pushes the creativity of anybody who plays it. Like right now, we're all mainly just playing the story. Omar, I think, finished it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I already beat the story. I'm going through it again on hardcore, and then I need to go on extreme. Mostly because I'm just using the story to farm for the parts the plastic that I need to upgrade my parts.
Yeah. And then Matt's almost done with the main story, right?
I'm like on chapter 6. You know the part where you gotta get the 4 keys from
the 4 Kings, the Freedom Fleet.
Yeah, Freedom Fleet.
I call them the Grandmasters.
I did 2 of those missions actually before having to come here.
Nice. Yeah, if you've been watching my playthrough on my channel, I'll leave a link on to the playlist for that.
I'd say I'm almost done with the story.
You are almost done.
Yeah, there's only 7 chapters.
Yeah, there's
and
only
then there's
7
also the DLC story chapters.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want to buy those and do those, honestly, just playing through the story is more than enough to not only help you level up your kit to the max.
Oh yeah,
but also help you build something truly unique to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once you like defeat, like let's say you want a certain Gundam, but it's not, or a mobile suit, there's a shop in game, and like if you want parts for it, as long as you beat it in combat, it becomes available for sale. And then you get everything obviously once you beat the story mode.
Yeah, granted at level 1, but you can level it up.
Yeah, but it's real easy to level it up.
Oh, it's so easy,
especially like if you farm for
once you unlock synthesis, that's when you just you can really take off.
And then also, speaking of synthesis, let's say you max out the level for like your right arm, and you can you don't have to worry about that, but because you can still upgrade the abilities.
Yeah, you can actually still it'll tell you like, hey, your parts max out, you sure you still want to,
and you just hit
synthesize,
yes,
and you can raise your abilities level.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but there's also one more section that you can unlock to customize your build.
Capsules,
the cores or capsule cores or something like that.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Actually, you have. If
you're at chapter 6, then it's all the way at the end after the
option parts.
Parts, yes.
Okay. So basically, capsule parts, they're randomized abilities.
Like a loot box?
No,
I would call them ability capsules. Basically, that is what they're. They're randomized abilities. You get 3 of them. 3 slots per capsule, and each capsule gives you a specific buff, but you also get a trade-off which might reduce another ability.
And no, not always.
Sometimes you get lucky and you can get all 3 that are buffs. I've gotten lucky with a couple of them,
because once you unlock that category, I think they open up 4 slots, and then you can open up maybe another 3 or 4.
You get a total of 5 slots.
Is it kind of like the chips that you can put on your
on
AC and armor core?
Exactly like that.
Okay.
The only difference is that they're always random. I don't know if there's a way where you can get specific skills on them.
Oh, okay.
But if there is, I mean, you can always go on Reddit and figure it out.
Make sure you
read it.
Yeah, you read it, you equip them, because it will boost up your
Heck
suits.
yeah. I currently have 4 equipped. One that gives all across the board that gives me cooldowns. One gives me attack power, and one that gives me boost ability, and 1 survivability, and 1 that gives me all automatic blocks, dodges, and counters.
Yeah, I have one that gives me an automatic block.
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing through one of the chapters.
Yeah.
You know how it has that automatic cutscene. after the cutscene ended, I had a guy Gundam attack me out of nowhere because right when the scene transitioned from the cutscene to gameplay, the fucking Gaia Gundam came in and attacked me, and it blocked it.
It blocked it, yeah. Yeah, especially because, I don't know about you guys, but I never block.
Neither do I.
I have the shield on for aesthetics.
Yeah.
And, like, I do like the heat whip that you get from using Epion shield.
I have the shield because I like the abilities that it comes with, or the OP, the option
I have
skills.
the option skill for that one. I'm using the one from OMA. Because it looks like a little gauntlet, and it has the option ability where you can literally do a combo.
Well, I mean, the shields do have their purpose, just not made for blocking.
Yeah. I mean, they're there for if you do block, they do serve a purpose. And anytime a boss is going to do like an AoE, I do use that. That's probably the only time I use it.
I just thrust her out of the way, and I don't worry about it.
Well, sometimes you can't because the AoE does cover the entire map.
For the shield, you could also change the position as to where they're equipped.
You can put it on your back or even have it disappear.
Yep,
which is cool. But again, the game gives you a ton of options. They're not just that, the customization, it's insane because now you can change the size of certain parts.
Yeah, so you could equip SD kits or master grade kits on your high grade kit and adjust the size as needed.
The only thing is not available to do is your weapons. You can't change the size of your guns or your bladed or melee weapons, which kind of sucks. But I figure they did that because when you're attacking your opponent, and especially when you're doing a combo, you have to have the same size.
The hitbox.
Yeah, the hitbox and whatnot. Because otherwise, anybody can just make a giant sword and swing like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... regardless, there's a lot to do in the game. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of crap to do. Omar, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, like the game is fun as it is, but there's still plenty of room for improvement.
Any other game, it's not perfect right out of the gate. There were some shortcomings.
Armor Core was perfect right out the gate. Elden Ring was perfect.
Elden Ring was not perfect right out the gate. It had so many crashes, so many balance issues.
But
it was perfect.
Regardless, One shortcoming I kind of feel like they could improve on is just how you have your parts sorted, especially when you're synthesizing.
Yeah, Omar and I were talking about that earlier. There is a way to select kind of what you want.
Yeah, but the parts are mostly based on either like the type of weapon it is or the series that it's from.
Yeah, let's say you want a specific. Yeah, let's say you want a specific skill or ability.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I want to be able to search for a specific skill and then be able to.
There is a quicker way to find it. You just go into where the filter is.
Yeah, but you have to scroll through each individual part. That's time consuming.
It is, but but if you just let's say you just want attack power, you go and you look for the icon that has attack power. Make sure that stays on and turn off all the other icons.
No, we're talking about abilities.
Yeah,
not
But the icons is what you look for to use to look for the abilities. So let's say you want more attack power for your right hand rifle. You go to where the icon where just make sure it says attack power for long range weapons.
Yeah, but like I said, that's still very time consuming. If we had the option to just sort them out, you can just literally highlight all the parts you want with that ability, synthesize it, and max out your part in seconds without having to go through each individual part looking for that specific ability.
Yeah, because let's say that I want to look for parts that have the skill or the ability that increase my HP capacity. I want to be able to filter so that it only shows me those specific parts. So and how Ed was saying, you be able to highlight them all that you don't want to get that you get rid of.
Yeah,
and just
because the game does give you the option to literally select multiple ones to synthesize into the one part. But if you do that without looking at the parts that you want or the abilities that you want, you're gonna have a bunch of random abilities that you're gonna have to trash, and sometimes you don't want to do that.
That's true. Yeah, I agree that there's a quicker way, but at least people for right now don't have to sit there and scroll through every individual piece.
No, but you do.
You do, but you don't. If you know how to use the filter, you can make it a little bit more manageable. That's what I'm saying. If you don't use that filter, then you're going to be looking
the filter
through
definitely
everything.
comes in handy, especially if you're sorting through specific Gundams. Like, let's say you want to build a specific Gundam, you can sort them alphabetically and build it like that. Or let's say you want the part of a specific Gundam, you can sort it out and find it and then attach it like that. On top of that, one other gripe I kind of have is just the fact that you kind of have to, I wouldn't even say farm, but for specific parts, like Omar was saying, each level has that, I guess you can call it highlighted Gundam. That if you beat that level and you S rank it, you will get a part of that Gundam. So the only problem with those is that those aren't available in the shop. I don't know if you knew that, Matt. So every time you beat a level, it'll give you like the highlighted Gundam part that you'll get. And every time you S rank it, you will get a random part, but it's random every time. And to get all the parts to build that Gundam can take longer than it should have, unless you have like really good RNG. And even then, it still takes a couple of playthroughs.
Or you just wait until you beat the game, and then you can unlock everything in the shop and just buy it.
That's true. Yeah, the only upside for doing it that way is that you'll get like a star 4 or higher.
Yeah.
For that part,
depending on the level that you.
Yeah, but they throw plastic and money at you.
For sure.
You could just go and synthesize it.
The plastic, not so much in the evolving one. The plastic to level up, ton. I'm maxed out on all of them.
Yeah, but
to evolve a part to raise its rarity, that's where you kind of have to farm a little more.
Yeah, but like if you use like part evolve 4, it only takes like a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
but those are still hard to come by in comparison.
Yeah,
that's
for every 10 plastic pieces for leveling up, you'll probably get one of each of the evolving ones.
That's why we gotta play survival, because I was playing survival with Matt last night, and before his internet crapped out, or something with the servers disconnected.
I think it was the servers,
probably. Anyway, when I was I went up to level 40.
Nice.
And then I was falling asleep, so I ended up fucking dying, unfortunately. But by the time I finished, I had like a shit ton of plastic, but I am overstock on parts, so I'm on red right now on parts.
You can always sell the parts or synthesize your kit. With them.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just putting a bunch of random parts that I don't need, I don't care for, and just putting in my kit. And I did that with the head of my in my kit, and all my freaking abilities on that part are like in their mid-20s now.
Yeah.
Because I just randomly threw parts that I didn't need in there. And
even something as tedious as that is still fun. Just seeing your kit perform once you leveled up specific abilities.
Oh yeah.
You could tell the difference. Like even if it's 1%, there's a difference. Like especially on cooldowns. Cooldown is one thing that I focus on because I like just like berating everything.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. That's what I'm going. Yeah, like I know Omar here is our DPS, but we'll just like cannon fodder like crazy.
Yeah, dude, breaking my micro missile pods.
Yeah,
cooldown is
micro missile pods are so broken, dude.
It's not even just that. Like they do
so good.
They do like decent
the
damage.
AOE on them.
The only downside is that you have to be in an open area to use them because they.
Yes, I have made the mistake of shooting in a cave and the missiles hit the roof and you had to wait for it to cool down.
Yeah, but at least my cooldown is like a minute or not a minute, like a second and a half or something like that now.
That's why I also invested in tube missile pods that shoot forward. And those things, any target they hit, because they only hit one target, they will break all the parts, which is beautiful. You get the bonus for that.
Which missile pods are you? Because I'm using the ones from the Ifrit custom.
That's the one, yeah. The tube missile pods that shoot 6 per round, I guess you can call it. And I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about our builds real quick. Like, Omar, yours is called Fenrir. What's your build?
Fenrir, it's mostly using Infinite Justice and Wing Zero parts.
Nice.
So it's got the Proto Zero chest, but Wing Zero custom head and the Buster rifles.
Of course.
It's using Exia arms.
Oh. You switched from the regular arms, the Wing Gundam arms.
No, I never had the Wing Gundam arms. I use Exia's because Exia's arms comes with 4 different ability or 4 options.
Yeah, they do.
It's got saber, the beam saber. It's got a saber throw, and it's got the Aegean Vulcans. So 3 of them.
Nice.
And I'm using the saber throw because it stuns the enemies, and the Vulcans for suppression fire, while my other abilities are recharging.
Nice.
But the legs are from the Infinite Justice, same with the backpack and the shield. Because the Infinite Justice legs has the beam griffins, so the beam blades that come out from the toe to the knee.
Oh, that's right.
So you see me freaking dancing around on this.
Yeah, just like you did in the mobile one.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly the build that I recreated my build from Gundam Breaker
Damn, you
Mobile.
remember the parts?
Yeah,
Damn,
I spent so much time investing in that kit and Gundam Breaker Mobile that I ended up recreating it in Gundam Breaker 3.
Yeah.
And then now I recreated it in Gundam Breaker 4.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly, but I use the Infinite Justice Shield for the grapple hook and the beam saber throw.
Mm-hmm.
And the katana I use the Tiger Pierce.
You're still just using the one katana?
Yep, single, but dual wielding buster rifles and single katana use. I do have option parts that for like the missile pods.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have the Rose Gundam's rapier as a missile pod, or as an option part.
Nice.
So I'm able to use rapier thrusts, or I could freaking Psycho Crusher like M Bison with the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they'll do the spin around.
Yep.
There's another kit that kind of does like is the one with the missile shield.
Oh, that's the Gion.
The Gion, yeah, the Gion. They have that option. You could do it two ways. You could do a flurry rush where you just run through your opponent. Mm-hmm. Or you could do the spiral where you do like a bit of an AoE. Anything in the path will kind of get drawn.
Yeah,
in.
I use the rapier so I could do that spiral because it's a good it gives me good way to like rush the enemy, and it just
break up the ranks. Mm-hmm. What about you, Matt? What's your build consist of?
Stuff.
He doesn't remember.
No. Okay,
last time you and I played, you were using the Buster Gundam, right? Or the legs of the Buster Gundam.
As a base. Yeah.
I have the legs and the torso of the Buster Gundam, and then for the right arm is the Toggies too.
Oh yeah, the big cannon.
Yeah, for the big cannon, and then to have the stealth capability, left arm is Death Scythe.
Oh, that's cool that you can get it from
from either arm.
Nice.
And then the head is Death Scythe's head. So like, and then my weapons are a beam rifle that shoots pretty fast. Mm-hmm. And
do you know from which suit it is?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember what it's called?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Wait. I think it's called the M1911 beam rifle.
Oh, that's one of the seed units. Yeah. It's M1911 is either the Freedom or the Justice, depending on which color it's.
It might be the Freedom.
It was white and black and.
Oh, did it have a blue stripe or a red or a pink stripe or magenta?
Don't remember the stripe color.
That might be the Justice.
No, because
the Freedom. It might be
the Freedom and the Justice have the same beam rifle from the Seed.
Yeah,
but they're just it's the same color scheme except for the stripe.
Mm-hmm.
It's
it shoots green energy blast, and when I hold it down, it shoots three of them at a time.
Yeah, that's a Seed unit. That's a Seed suit. So it's either the Freedom or the Justice.
Yeah, the
Seed
kits were heavy in this game.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
So, but I chose that one because it shoots pretty fast and it's pretty powerful.
No, yeah.
And then on the left hand, it's the 180 millimeter cannon.
That's a good one.
That's from the Pale Rider.
Yeah,
it's from the RX-78 ground unit from OMS.
Oh yeah, it is.
But the Pale Rider also has that unit.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
but it's more prominent with the Omaze ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones with the guys with the backpack used to carry around.
And it's a big ass fucking gun.
That's a good choice.
It knocks people on their ass.
It has a good stun option. It has a decent AoE where if you hit anything in proximity, it'll push them away a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you want to break up some enemies, that's actually a decent one. Plus, it has a decent clip. Then you can let out like 8 rounds, and its cooldown is surprisingly generous.
Yeah. And then for melee, I have the Death Scythe.
Oh yeah,
the beam scythe.
Nice.
And Wing Zero's.
You can double wheel with the.
You can dual wheel.
Death Scythe. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought that was a two-hander.
Nope. No, that one isn't. But there are some two like that should have been a two-hander. Like Epion's beam sword is a two-handed weapon. That is it's considered a great sword.
Yeah, anything that's labeled as a great sword,
it's
like the.
But I thought staffs were two-handed.
No. But there is no staff weapon. The beam beam scythe is considered an axe.
Yeah,
and axes are one-handed.
Oh, okay.
It's labeled as
there's one-handed axe. Great axes are one-handed. Yeah. Okay.
But but this unit is meant for like heavy firepower and stealth, and like and like the best part about the melee is I can stun lock my enemies and get like my health back and shit like that.
Yeah, with the HP hit attack ability.
But it's called Full Metal Arson, and it's
nice.
Mark 1, and I got 2 other concepts in mind.
Well, I told you, and Omar will tell you too, like, build multiple ones. Like, even if you are centered on one, build like 5 versions of it.
Like the Full Metal Arson is going to have Marks 2 and 3, maybe a 4th one, because it's just going to get gradually more heavy weapon space.
Well, now that you have part mastery unlocked, you should be able to build something where you just get the XE skills for it, and then focused on the parts that you want, which is one awesome feature that they added.
Like, I think the Mark III is going to be me just standing there, not moving, and everything just dies. That's the goal.
Last time we were playing, I was literally just doing that. He went out, and I was just hanging back and just firing like crazy. Mine is basically just the Zabanya. That's everything except for the backpack, which is the Zazabi. I went from the Virtues backpack to Hot Truths backpack, now to Zazabis, mostly because of the funnels. I'm going for a bit of a funnel build. I'm still kind of tweaking on that one. I currently have another one in mind that I'm going to be building later on with Unicorn's full armor, dual wielding
Gatling guns with the shields.
Because those are also funnels, which is crazy. But it consists of that. My EX skills are funnels, Sazabis, and Zabanyas, as well as since I'm using part mastery, I have Hartru's double beam cannon, which just lays waste to anything within, like, I don't even know how wide of an AoE it is. And I also have Hartru's GN missile carrier pack for the option part. Yeah, for the option part. That combined with the micro missile launchers, the AoE on that thing is insane.
So you're basically just a suppression
fire. Yeah, and Matt's seen it. Like, parts go flying. I'm like 30 meters away, and you'll just see parts flying, and he mops it up, or you guys can mop up. And the other option parts I have are the 2 missile launchers, which, that's basically if anybody gets too close to me, I can instantly break them apart. And just on the off chance that I can't use the micro missiles or the GN carrier missiles because of height, I have Zabanya's shoulder, actually not chest, GN missiles that shoot straight, and those have surprisingly good stun capabilities.
Have you tried have you considered using the heavy arms chest for the Gatlings?
When I get part mastery for that one and raise it, I might use it. I don't like how short it is. I don't know if you can extend it, but I'll definitely try to experiment with that. For my my projectile weapons, I have the Lightning Gundam's beam weapons.
Nice.
Those things have the triple fire. You might want to look into that, especially if you like the triple fire. But they have the consistent beam fire. So the default is triple shot. But if you hold them down, you get the beam, whatever you want to call it, the Kamehamehas.
The beam blast.
Yeah, and of course for my melee weapon, if you guys have been watching my playthroughs, you know I'm abusing the hell out of that double-handed mace, which that thing is just unfair with any enemies, bosses included. Although any aerial boss you're gonna have trouble with simply because you can't do that combo in the air, which sucks. But hey, regardless, it's still a beefy weapon, and it almost always stuns an opponent when you hit it.
Yeah, my katana has a move like that too, where I could slash, but I had to be grounded. I could slash, and then it sends out a shockwave that does.
I've seen that. Yeah,
it does. It has decent range, like really good range.
You turn into Virgil when you do the.
Fuck yeah!
And then.
Yep, and it does some decent damage and knockdown as well.
I've seen the gameplay on that one, and the arc that it does,
it's wide.
It's surprisingly wide, and it goes surprisingly far too.
I'm able to get like 2 or 3 if they're within proximity. It with just one.
Not
swipe.
Even in proximity. If they're on the other side of the map, you can hit.
No, maybe. I mean like if they're.
Oh
close,
yeah,
if they're close, yeah.
No, it's got good AoE, and it goes through them. So even once it makes contact, it doesn't stop. It keeps going, but. regardless, those are our builds. We'll probably, you know what? While I'm editing the video, send me screenshots of those so we can have them on the screen.
Yeah, because
can see them.
so yours is nothing but suppression fire.
Yeah, Crimson Typhoon is the name, by the way.
And then Matt's is heavy fire.
Heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery.
Patterson, fire a warning shot, sir. This is an M32 grenade
Don't
launcher.
forget the stealth
Potato
part.
to
Just fire it.
And then mine is
DPS.
it's DPS, but it's general purpose with focusing on speed and melee combat. Because my thruster gauge does not go down. I could hold the thruster gauge for at least 3 minutes before I'm out. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever run out of thruster gauge on mine either. But then again, mine's a little on the heavier side, so I need it just to get around.
Yeah, I want to try and make one that's more for hidden run tactics kind of attacks.
Yeah,
I'll probably use the savior as a base for that.
Oh yeah, the savior would be pretty good for that. What's another good one that would be good for speedy hits? Actually, the Exia would probably be good for speedy if you want to go for speed.
Yeah, but the Exia is mostly close range, and I want to kind of like be able to do damage. Yeah, I want to do damage while I'm going in, and then be able to speed out real quick.
Yeah. Either way, we're gonna try doing survival tonight after we're done recording this episode. I'm not gonna live stream it, but I'll record it. So if we get through all 50 levels, I'll post it the following day.
I made it to level 35 for being with Omar being underpowered. Because once we hit level 30, that's when I really noticed that's why I started to struggle. But making it 30 levels
under leveled, yeah. While you yourself are on level, and that's one cool thing about the game. It'll tell you like, hey, these opponents require this level of parts for you to be able to do decent damage. You can still take it on. Omar and I did levels where we were under leveled. We were able to get through it. We struggled, but we were able to get through it because our parts weren't doing as much damage as we wanted.
We had just gotten the game too. That's why
we
want to test out our skills in hardcore mode.
Yeah, because dude, it was so easy and casual. Like it's standard. Like let's do hardcore. Like we went in with like big man, all like chest out. Nope, game humbled us.
Hey, we still beat it though.
Hell yeah! What were you gonna say, man? Sorry.
I was gonna say it's a good way to discover where you're at with your Gunpla.
Oh yeah,
and also like even if you play on standard, it is a little easy.
It really is,
but it's a great way to farm.
Although I will be honest, there were a couple of times where I felt like the game got sick and tired of me beating the crap out of it. That it taught me a lesson. Because there were a couple of occasions where the enemy actually fought back surprisingly well, and they were coordinated. They hit me to the point where I was either stunned multiple times or actually almost went down. My health actually almost went down, which is rare because I'm in like 500,000.
Yeah, I'm like under 500,000 as well. I'm like a 407,000.
Yeah. Like you can make a massive health pool in that game that even if you get hit, your health regenerates so fast that you won't even see it. Like, I don't know if the two kings that you fought, Matt, were the first two or the last two?
The first two.
I like that they gave you the option to fight them.
They did, but I was just going to do the story in order anyways.
Well, quick spoiler alert, the last one, he replenishes your health when you get to him. But dude, my health was like already at a...
Yeah. I'm like, bruh, you just wasted the ability.
You regenerated my Patty's health, okay? I didn't need that crap, okay? You're helping them out. So
what I like to say about your teammates,
they're dead weight.
They are my meat shield.
Although I will say this, Mashima is probably the only one who actually does something.
Him and
Sheena?
No,
and Jin. Meister
Jin,
they actually help. There's been multiple occasions where I was like fighting somebody, and then I see them on the side, and they take out like 2 or 3 opponents. I'm like, oh, look at you, buddy.
Yeah, those two, I actually
everybody
do
else
something.
sucks. Yeah, like Lin, Tao, Sheena's okay. She actually stole a kill from me once. Nice. It was actually kind of cool. It's like, oh, Sheena, look at you, girl.
Sheena is like. I've noticed she's decent, but like she'll also just stand there for a while.
Same thing with Lin, dude. Lin is just like, dude, what are you doing? I'm over here on the other side of the map,
and like Mr. Gundam, who is actually Lin's.
Spoiler alert! It's his cousin, her cousin, right? Or aunt?
Yeah, her cousin.
Okay.
But also
I forgot her name.
Misa.
Misa, yeah.
She's also one of the characters that you meet in Gundam Breaker 3.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. They didn't know
But
about
like
that.
They connected the Gundam Breaker games with Misa.
Well, aren't all of them connected? Because don't they take place in the same universe?
No.
Oh, okay.
Gundam Breaker 3 has Misa as like your partner character, the Tao version or Tao's spawn.
Tao's so annoying.
And then Matt, I'm pretty sure you already got that far, but in one of the tournament battles, your first battle in the tournament is you fight the main cast from Gundam Breaker Mobile.
And that is them,
and
the school people.
The Sokai
Beat
High
the
School.
shit out of
Sokai, yeah.
And then, what you call it? The guy who's piloting the Helios Gundam, the one with that's your character in Gundam Breaker Mobile. That's who you are.
That's right.
Oh,
so you beat yourself up.
well, you hitting yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, great games, guys. Like, definitely give it a try.
Hold on, before I was gonna say, like, what do you guys want to add or see in the future updates?
I would like. This is something that like kind of annoys me. Well, maybe it's because I spent so much time playing Armor Core. Like, I spent like, I decided to play Armor Core, and like I was playing it like a couple of weeks before getting onto Gundam Breaker 4. It's like the movement in Armor Core is just
finicky.
No, it's
top in
notch.
Armor Core, yeah, it's fantastic.
Like you know how your thrusters are constantly on. You can like glide around.
Oh yeah.
And then like when you got let's say you're strafing to the left, and then you got incoming missiles, you can just immediately dodge to the right and outpace them, or wherever the case may be. I wish there was more of that kind of movement in Gundam Breaker 4.
Yeah, I'll agree to that as well, especially Omar, because I know he wants to be a zippy attacker. Something like that would definitely come in handy if you want to be able to get behind an opponent.
And they do it in the anime all the time.
So, yeah, the movement isn't the best. It's not horrible.
No, it's not.
But I find myself mostly just charging my opponent than doing anything else. Like I'll do my moves, like, you know, the missiles and the EX attacks, but then I'll just charge them head on, like with no worry, even
with reckless abandon.
Very reckless abandonment.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whereas in Armor Core you have to be very careful of your movements because you could get knocked out if you were reckless. This one, just running and gunning like crazy, you'll always win.
And another thing I would like to add to the game is a big ass space battle.
Yes, the lack of 3D combat in this game is very apparent. Even if you were to go up high, your opponents are always going to be at ground level. If you launch somebody in there, you can do a cool aerial combo,
and
but
you
that's
can
about
juggle
it.
them.
And the only time you really do aerial combat is when you're fighting the big, you know, floating mechs like the big Zom or the freaks,
the Obsolus,
or the Neon Zeon.
But even with that, like what I do is I'll thrust from my way up to their level and just melee them.
Exactly.
And then when you're meleeing, you're not falling.
No.
So you're like in one spot, just button mashing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having some dog fights with like same size
if
mechs.
they add the option to let you hover and then move freely like you do in Armor Core,
but there's also...
that would be cool, and it would force people to be more conservative with their thruster, because like Omar says, the pool that you can get is so heavy that you can just go up and down like crazy and you won't ever run out of thrust.
But and also on top of that, like there are kits or there are Gundams that do transform into aerial combats. Like the Wing Zero, the one from Aegis,
Kyrios,
Zeta,
the Savior.
Hatru.
Like
Haru.
if we could, like if we had like if we had that,
heck, even
added,
the Epion.
Yeah, like
see, that's the thing though. In the Gundam Breaker games that from the past, they never allowed.
They've never been able to do that.
They've never been,
which really sucks, because I would like to see that, even if it's an EX skill. Like for instance, if you know it just lets you zip around and do like a bombing run or whatever, that would be enough for me. Like I don't want to just fly around in that mode if I don't have to, but it'd be cool to see it, because they could do that.
If you because in some of the Gundam games that I've played, one of the ways to transform is when you're hovering in the air, you double press the jump button, or X in this case,
right?
And you'll be able to transform. If you hold down the X, you'll be able to control, like stay transformed and control the movement while your thruster gauge slowly goes down.
Yeah,
they could implement something like that very easily.
Even a game that wasn't heavy on true Gundam battles like Gundam Evolution had suits that were able to transform even for a couple of seconds, and that was always fun for me. Like I know you guys didn't like that, but I like using those.
Well, it's because when you transformed,
the controls change.
It can change the controls. So like when you're in the mid battle trying to use something like that, it's very disorientating.
No, yeah. If they can fix it so you can transform but maintain the controls the same, that's perfect.
But
even if you fix your kit in an XY state where you can only fly back and forth or side to side, not up and down. See, that's where I think they would limit it. So, because if you implement up and down, that's where the controls can kind of get a little finicky. Because one, you might need to change the controls of movement from one stick to another, because you have your elevator and you have one to go down or back and forth, and it could turn into a whole thing. But if they do it where they lock you on the one, not frame. Oh my god. Plane, thank you. On the one plane, it'll be a lot simpler. Plus, you can just do a run and strafe where you hit a bunch of opponents with whatever EX skill you want to use, and then fly out.
That'd be cool.
I just want my giant Starbucks
status.
Yeah. There's a few things that I would like to add as well. One, something that they could take from Armored Core because it's made by the same company. An emblem creator.
Yes. Even though you can put stickers and decals, you can't customize them.
No, if we had an emblem creator, that would be amazing. Like it doesn't have to be super detailed, just basic. Like they had it in Armored Core. Just take the same function.
Yeah, you had the layers, and then you move certain decals around.
Or and then you could end up using the decals that are already there
and mix and match them.
Yeah, customize them.
Oh yeah, you can do a lot with them. Like.
But there's still like some things that I wish that could change. One of the biggest things that I was talking to Matt yesterday when we were playing is that the music isn't really.
It's not good.
Like I could barely even hear it when I'm playing the.
Well, you can change that in the settings, don't you?
And the music's all 100, and I changed the sound effects and the voices to 50, and I could still barely hear it. But it's not even enthralling. I want something.
No, it's not the best music.
No, it's generic.
Even when you get to chapter 7 where the music changes, it's not the best.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it is a Gundam game, so they have the IPs to all the music. Just put music in from the series.
The thing is, though, it's a whole copyright thing in Japan. That's why they don't have. Same like when.
But they don't own the intellectual properties of those songs.
It's from the artists. Because going back to the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, that's why they don't have in the Japanese versions of those games. They have mixes or versions of the theme songs and the insert songs from the series. But here in the States, those games, they have generic Dynasty Warrior style music, not the actual theme songs. So what I would like is that they give you an option to customize the songs, like add different, like upload songs from your PlayStation into Battle, because that's what Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn, the last Dynasty Warriors Gundam game that they made for the PS3. I had my setup, my custom soundtrack set up so well that it had a bunch of songs from the Gundam series, and I could select them whenever I want, like during the middle of a mission, and it just added that much more oomph to the battles.
I mean, you could always use Spotify, but I mean,
I listen to it like in battle those, because like if let's say I want to record it and I want to get the sound effects of all that with this
with the music. Yes, that's true. I mean, for me, the only changes I already mentioned them. Just simplify synthesis a little better. Other than that, I mean, the game is solid. Like, I have very little complaints. The variety of the kits could also be better. Like Omar was saying, it's mostly seed kits.
Well, it's mostly seed and everything from
UC.
Obviously
timeline. UC, because UC timeline is the main one, but it needs more wing kits. It needs more H kits.
Like, frankly, the fact that I didn't see ReBreak Full City in there, but they had Goosey on ReBreak was weird.
But they will have a bunch of kits for DLC.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, it's weird that they didn't just have them there to begin with. I know they're planning on doing DLC kits, and apparently, if you buy the DLC stories, those will give you extra kits as well.
Yeah, the Strike Gundam Gatling or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, those don't really blow up my skirt, you know.
No. We will be getting 2 free DLC kits though.
Those are coming soon.
Yeah, the Mighty Strike Freedom from the recently released Gundam Seed Freedom movie, and then the Gundam Caliburn from Witch from Mercury.
Yeah,
which I still haven't finished watching that series.
It's okay.
But they really need to add the Grimgird and the Gundam Vidar from IVO.
The Vidar for sure. Yeah. Heck, even the from Gundam Breaker Mobile, Omar, that last kit that they announced from Build Fighters, you know which one I'm talking about, right? The one that I forgot what was the base for it, but it basically consists. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on it, but actually, most of the kits from the Gundam Build Fighter lines would be good too. Yeah, because those are some badass kits.
Those are some really good custom kits too.
Hell yeah!
We need the Tequila Gundam.
Yeah,
we always need the Tequila Gundam.
Yeah, the Quantra I think is called.
They don't even have Gundam Maxter in it.
Yeah,
so we can't have the Shuffle Alliance.
From G Gundam, nope. No. You're thinking about the Command Quanta?
Yeah, the Command Quanta.
Oh, they also don't have the Gundam that Master of the East was using before he revealed the Master Gundam.
The Kowloon Gundam.
Yeah, the Kowloon Gundam.
No, they're still missing a bunch of wing kits as well.
Yeah.
A lot of them from the TV version.
Like they don't have Sandrock, huh?
They only have the EW and
EW,
and the movie version of
But
Sandrock.
That's weird because Sandrock was like
they don't even have the Heavy Arms custom.
No, they don't, and they don't have
They only have Death Hell from EW
from the Endless Waltz movie.
Yeah, they don't have it from the show.
Yeah.
And
so there's definitely a lot of kits missing. Here's something when we get them down the line because
I think what they're gonna do, or at least a smart thing that they're gonna do that Bandai should do is have the DLC in like packs.
Yes.
By season. Mm-hmm. So whatever kits are missing from like let's say Wing, you could buy them in pack 1 where it's like the pre-upgrade versions of those kits. Yeah. Pack 2 would be the post-upgrade or the upgrade versions. Like the pre-1 would be Sandrock, Heavy Arms with a single Gatling gun shield.
Yeah.
And then the regular Death Scythe because they already have the regular Shenlong in the game. Then pack 2 would be Death Scythe Hell, Heavy Arms with the dual Gatling gun, and then Sandrock with the Uzi because none of the kits of Sandrock that are in the game has his Uzi.
Yeah, that's
which is weird.
That was weird.
Stupid. And then like they do the same thing with Seed, with IBO, with for Mercury, any of the Age especially because I want them to release the freaking GXs and the G Bouncer.
Oh yeah,
love
Heck
those kits.
Yeah, those would be cool. The G Bouncer for sure. The G Bouncer alone would be
and
cool.
Even the pirate versions of it, the GXs.
Well, they have one of the crossbones.
Yeah, they have one crossbone. They have the Dark Count from Age, but there's like 4 other crossbone Gundams that they can use.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there are different versions of that one.
Another thing is that they need to get the Harrison Martin colors of the F91, which is black and orange instead of the white and blue.
I mean, you can always make that yourself.
Yeah, but there's also one thing is that you're kind of limited out to what parts you can paint or like which sections you could paint. Some of them cover like the entire leg.
Yeah.
When you only want to color one part of the leg.
Some of the color schemes that they have, like for instance, you can have the inner leg painted, but it'll also paint the foot. Mm-hmm. That makes no sense. So there is some things that can improve on it, but still, it's still a solid game. Definitely try it out, folks. It's a surprisingly hard game to find physically right now. Because it wasn't very readily pre-ordered, and I guess manufacturers are limiting physical copies to pre-orders only now. So if you can find a copy of it, definitely buy it. Omar and I still kind of want to get it for the Switch, only if they add. Oh, that's another thing. They need to add cross-save and cross-platform.
Yeah. The
fact that still isn't just the default
crossplay
is annoying. No, both cross-save and cross-platform. EX Machina has cross-save. It's weird how to do it, but it still has cross-save. And even something that has been out for a while recently adopted cross-save, which is Warframe. So the fact that cross-save isn't a thing like by default nowadays is kind of annoying, especially when you're going to release a copy of a game in multiple consoles and people might buy a copy because people do that. Like case
Well,
in
how are
point.
they gonna
Case
make
in
money?
point, everybody who buys Diablo for every console.
Yeah, but like, how's the company gonna make money if you buy it for
one console? Well, it's because Bandai already makes money from all the model kits that they're gonna sell.
Yeah, they can make plenty of money from that. But I'm saying cross save would probably yield them more money because let's say you want to play the game, but
Well,
you don't have the
it's
portability. You have a Steam Deck or Switch. Guess what? You're gonna buy it for the Switch.
Exactly.
I was gonna buy it for the Switch as well, but when I found out there wasn't any cross save, I said like, never mind.
Ooh, that's also another thing. Again, since it's owned by the same company now, what if one of the special DLCs that they do is release Armored Core kits or 30-minute mission kits in game?
Frankly, the fact that they didn't have 30-minute mission kits, even as like cannon fodder, was a bit of an
They
insult.
could make a 30-minute missions game very similar to Breaker.
Yeah.
Especially with the fantasy setting sets that they just announced and released.
Nah,
that would be so fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Either way, definitely check it out, folks. It's definitely one that you should play. Even if you've never played Gundam or anything Gundam related, it's so easy to pick up. Like, you just dive in, whatever you like, whatever suits your playing skills, boom, it's ready for you. That's the beauty of that game. Like, if you are like Omar and you just like quick striking and zipping around, go for it. If you're like Matt and just like
blowing shit up,
blowing crap up and
blow it all up.
Or if you're like me where you like to literally just stand there and watch the world burn as missile hellfire rain from above, guess what? You can do that too. And that's the beauty of these kind of games. There's no wrong way to play it. Yeah.
If you put it in a tub of water, I'm pretty sure you can't play it.
Oh my god.
There's wrong ways to do something. Always a wrong way.
I said to play it, not to like start it up or something. But yeah, definitely check it out, folks. I think Omar, you've been posting some videos, right?
Yeah, I posted a few on my on my YouTube. I haven't posted them on Instagram yet, but I will.
If they're on YouTube, I'll leave a link in the description for.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. I've recorded some gameplay from my survival missions.
Yeah.
I need to edit that and upload that.
Yeah, and then we'll do after we're done with this survival. After this episode, we'll post that video. Hopefully, we can get through it. I want to get through it like in 45 minutes. You think we do it?
Maybe.
45 minutes?
Maybe. Out of 10, what would you rate it?
It's solid 9. Solid 9. What about you, Matt?
I would give it a fair 7.
7? Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna go 8.5.
8.5 is good.
Yeah.
Too. Honestly, the only thing that I would score it lower is because of the story. It's just...
It's a freaking.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Although I will say this, there were a couple of parts where it gets pretty serious.
Yeah, it does.
Like the Sheena thing, that was a intense storyline. I was like, damn, they still never answered our question. Like, what the hell was it that?
Maybe that's part of the DLC story.
Yeah, right.
No, but like the thing is, like for me, the reason why it's not like a 9, a solid 9, or a perfect 10 is because it's still missing plenty of kits that they should have had like right there from the start. And then again, the music, it's not enthralling. And if I'm gonna be destroying mooks off a bandwagon and whatnot, I want some enthralling music, something that can kick up the pace.
Yeah, especially if you want to like recreate battles in your mind, like you're piloting and you're feeling like Alleluia with the freaking Curios, and you're in that one level with the space station or the colony and just blowing crap up.
Yeah.
Or grabbing somebody with the claw shield. That'd be fun. Or even just doing something like OMA team and you're the goof custom and there's like gun tanks all over the place.
Yeah, see, that's what the diorama mode is for.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even touch on that.
Yeah, it's the diorama. Basically, you could get kits and recreate scenes from the show or just do whatever the hell you want from them.
Exactly.
Well, the reason why I gave it a 7 is because another thought came to mind. Aside from the music and also kits and also like everything else I said, mission layout. It's they could have come up with like different missions for you to do instead of like the same.
Oh yeah, just run and gun. Yeah, I don't think they put any thought into that. And the only mission variation there is just running through and killing everyone or protecting a single point.
Yeah,
that's it.
You only get 2 missions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and so like, but I know they could have put a little bit more thought and like.
Well, I feel like all of their effort went into the customization of the kits. I think everything else was an afterthought. Like they went with the shortest route of everything because they focused on the customization.
Yeah, the customization is great and all, but
I think that was their focal point, their selling point.
Yeah, I would also like a little bit of variety.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. But if that had been the case, the game might have been delayed a couple of times, and I don't know.
I've been okay with that.
Omar and I were jonesing for a while, you know.
Yeah, I know. Especially after the open beta.
Dude, the beta really ruined.
No, but again, there's those as separate missions could be added later through DLC. For sure. So like, because I would really like.
I don't want to pay DLC though.
No, that's Bandai for you.
Because I would really like an endless wave, kind of like survival, but you know, without the survival part, like where you could just play one level and just have the waves come at you. Or just like have the freaking battlefield literally littered with mooks and just keep fighting them.
Oh yeah.
Basically, also, just Dynasty Warrior style.
PvP would be nice.
PvP would be nice.
Like, yeah, PvP would be nice. Frankly, the fact that they didn't add that, but it is technically on there with Bounty Hunter mode, but it's AI controlled, so it's not really PvP.
Yeah, you could upload your Gundam online, and then you'll be able to. Someone could fight your specific kit,
which is cool.
But yeah, it's controlled by AI, so it's not going to be.
It's not really, yeah.
Because I already played the Bounty Hunter mode several times, and it was cake.
Yeah, they're not very difficult. I mean, if they all if you're by yourself, they're gonna be a little bit difficult. But if you have a decent team with you, it's a cake. But definitely check out the game, folks. I don't think you'll regret it, especially if you're a Gundam fan. Even if you're not a Gundam fan, it's an easy pickup, and you'll definitely have a lot of fun. So, with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time. Tune in this Sunday for our latest episode of the Media Buff Guys podcast. And as always, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll talk to you next time. So bye, fellas.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.